All right, guys, real quick, I wanted to just drop 2 different easy study habits that you guys can make with your life, whether that's studying for a math test, studying for a degree, or studying for a certification. I got y'all. There's 2 very, very simple ways on how I study in these kinds of concepts. And so how I do it is I use flashcards. They're so easy, guys. These flashcards, they're about like maybe 90 some cents per pack. You get 100 flashcards per pack. Oof, they're like 90 cents per pack, and they're really simple. They're really easy to travel around. You guys can travel around the train station, or you guys can go to work with these. Yeah, I mean, we all have our phones, right? But I'm more physical when it comes to studying. There's a lot more distractions on your phone. There's Quizlet, yes. There's different apps out there where you can use flashcards. But of course, that's how productivity goes down, especially when you get a notification. Your mind sends those different signals to that notification, and then you're stuck on whatever app. So these handheld flashcards are so amazing. And so what I do is, pretty much, if you guys don't know how to use flashcards, which some people don't, what you do is you write the concept of what you want to learn. So let's just say you're studying a vocabulary word. And an example for what I'm doing is I'm studying Arabic. Let's say I want to learn what good morning is. So I would write good morning on the front. And so on the back, of course, I would have the answer. Sabah al here. And so I just pretty much have all these flashcards for different examples, or maybe different study concepts, or you guys can do this for whatever you guys are trying to learn. It doesn't have to just be for vocab. I think a lot of people get that mixed up with flashcards, is that a lot of people, that most of the time you have to use vocab. Yes, it's very good for vocab, but obviously you can use this for so many different ways. Like, I've used this for security plus concepts. Actually, I have a whole flashcard pack right here. These are maybe 500 flashcards within this envelope or Ziploc bag alone. I pretty much have the CompTIA, Security Plus flashcards, threats and vulnerabilities and mitigations. I have so many. I also have practice exams. I have what do jump servers do? What do the U.S. legislation? What does the GDPR mean? So you can use this for different sentences or different concepts, different vocabs, like I said before, anything. And this is probably the #1 way on how you can build your study habits, and not just study habits, but just build memorization overall. Because I treat it like a memory game. I'll tell you how. With the flashcards I already have, we'll go an example with that. I have maybe about 20 flashcards within my hand right now. And let's just say I wanted to finish this entire stack within the afternoon. Very easy. You can finish this within 10 minutes. What I'll do is I'll get the first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'll have my main set of flashcards in one pile. So we'll call this pile 1. And in this hand will be the flashcards I'm trying to study, which is the 5 in my hand. And so I'll just go through these 5 over and over and over and over again, right? So I'll get it once. Good morning. Sabah al-khir. Good evening. Masa al-khir. Please would be la sama. And just keep going and over again, right? Even when I get them all 5, do like 5 more different reruns of this. And after you do that, you're gonna have a more solidified, kind of memorization than you would if you were just writing in like a textbook or something. And so I would put this pack, once I have this solidified in my head, I put this pack in pile 2. I'd go back to pile 1, the main pile, and go back to the 5 flashcards again, and rinse and repeat. Once you guys do that, like at least 3 times, 4 times, you guys are gonna have a very solid grasp on what you guys are trying to study. Because not only is the information in your own words, or the words that you're copying from whatever textbook, but it's also going to be like a memory game as well too. So you guys don't have to rely on just focusing on the words on the textbook. You guys can focus on just memorizing the words on here by going back and forth in like a shuffle way. This is like one of the most surefire ways to get your, I don't know if you guys are trying to cook, maybe you guys are trying to learn ingredients, I don't know, but you guys can use this for anything. And the second technique is a technique called the Feynman's technique. Now the Feynman's technique is about a 4-step process, and it's pretty much you first figuring out the topic you want to study, second, teaching that topic to an invisible audience or yourself like you were in a university. The third is to kind of go back and look for any gaps of misinformation you may not know, know or that you hadn't studied up on. And then the fourth one is creating some kind of analogy or some kind of simplified version to that. Let's just say, for example, I wanted to teach you guys on how to drive a car, but I didn't know how to drive a car myself. How am I going to be teaching someone how to drive a car, but I've never driven it before? Well, of course, I'm going to go out and study how to drive a car before I actually teach it. But with the Feynman's technique, you're not teaching it actually to somebody. You're more so teaching it to yourself. It's like a process to where you can pretty much come up with these different situations or scenarios, and then also analogies to prove your point or to get your point across to the audience being you. And so with this, it creates this sort of fine-tuned, just not only memorization, but also it allows you to have this sort of like memory intimacy, because you're more so learning the information by giving examples, giving descriptions, without you just solely relying on a textbook sentence. And pairing that with the flashcards, you guys are going to have a much more easier way on studying. Guys, I've never been a good studier at all. I've never really failed tests, but I've always just scraped by them. It was always because I've never studied. Like, I never really was able to study, if that makes sense. I didn't know how to apply my studying. I didn't know how to really memorize words or different concepts. I really was bad at it. And so I just kind of scraped by. But it was about 4 years ago, whenever someone taught me about flashcards, that just blew me out of the water. I mean, blew my entire world of studying, right? It's just like, I just wanted to study more because it's like a game. And I know it kind of sounds a little corny, but it truly is like a game. You guys are trying to find the answer within these flashcards, going back and forth. And if you even miss one, you go back to the cycle. And then eventually you guys are going to be faster and more quicker and more efficient. And then you guys are going to be able to memorize more concepts as you continue in your flashcard journey. And so not only are you memorizing it, but you're writing it down on the flashcard, you're making your own examples, and you're memorizing it. That's exactly how I am able to study for multiple things. I studied for the FFA drone license pilot, studied for Security Plus, Spanish. I'm now studying for Arabic. I've studied things for my job, like annual certifications that we need to keep up. Guys, this is so good to have, and this is just what I do, right? So these are the only two things that I do. It's flashcards and teaching it to somebody, teaching it to, whether it's YouTube, for example. I'm teaching you guys on security concepts and how to stay private and how to pretty much have a more cyber aware mindset. So I highly suggest you guys just try it, right? Flashcards are like not even $1 at the Dollar Tree. Just pick up some and just kind of just write them out and then see how you learn. And hopefully this helps. I'm Julian Swain, aka NS, and I'm out.